Sarah here, reporting to you from my kitchen floor today. There's a reason for that. This is the time of year when produce is absolutely going nuts. I love it. But I've got apple cider vinegar going on up on the bench. I've got plums coming out my ears. I'm making jam. I'm jarring nectarines. It's awesome. But I want to get some apples in the freezer. So I thought I would show you quickly how to freeze apples, because this is something I've only just realised you can do. Here's my attire. I've actually been painting the sleep out. I've just, just occurred to me I hadn't even bothered to get changed for this. Seriously, standards. Standards are slipping on this channel, I tell you. So, we need apples. You'll need a baking tray. First of all, I'm going to chop up the apples. I'm going to cut them into 8 segments, cut the core out. Just as many will fit on a baking tray. My husband Clint actually tells me off for the way I cut the cores out of apples like this. I cut towards my fingers a bit, and I probably shouldn't, but to me it's the easiest way of doing it, and I have not yet cut my finger off. Rest assured I'll keep you posted if I do. That would make a viral video moment. I'm not sure it's worth it. Because you don't actually have to lay them out on the tray right here and now. I'm actually about to do something so that they won't go brown, but I'm just doing this to measure because I'm not quite sure how many apples will fit on this tray, and I'm just doing one tray for the time being. My other oven trays are actually already in the freezer with nectarines on them, which I'm also freezing. So once you've cut up all your apple segments, I'm going to get a bowl. We're going to give them a bath. So in here, going to add 2 cups of water and about 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. Normally I'd use an actual lemon, but they actually didn't have any at the supermarket, so because these apples have a tendency to float, I'm just going to put a plate on here just to press them down a bit. Coffee jar, that'll help keep it down a bit. And just let them soak for about 5 minutes, and the lemon juice will actually just help to stop them going brown. Alright, they've had their 5-minute bath. Just using a sheet of non-stick paper because we're putting them on here while they're wet, they'll be trying pretty hard to stick to this baking tray when it comes time for me to take them off again. Doesn't really matter how close you put them, just so long as they're not touching. I am now gonna put this in our chest freezer, which is out in the shed, and I'll pull them out tomorrow and I'll show you what we do next. You know when you start recording something but you forget to press record? Just me? Anyway, I was just demonstrating beautifully. I just pulled these out of the freezer. Look at them, beautiful. They're not whoops, non-slip mat works. They are not brown in the least, but just pull them off. They come off easily, lovely. They are frozen. So yeah, I just put them in like an old bread bag or something, stick them in the freezer. They come apart. It doesn't matter if you freeze them all together at this stage, because they were frozen separately. It doesn't matter then if you combine them and stick them in the freezer. They don't, or I find anyway, they don't tend to stick together. So, but yeah, they're not so great for eating fresh as you would a nice crunchy apple, as with a lot of things. You freeze it and defrost it and it will be a bit more on the soft side, but they're great for baking. So, apple crumble, apple pies, apple muffins, cakes, whatever, stuff like that. Or just, heat it up with a bit of custard, whatever. So there we go, just a nice way of preserving your apples while they're plentiful. Yeah, for some nice winter baking when they're not so plentiful. So yeah, hit like, leave us a comment down below, hit subscribe. Now get back to my painting, and we'll catch you next week. Bye.